يا راغبا في كل علم نافع.
ينمو العلم ويتقدم بتقنياته ومجالاته، ومعه نطور أدواتنا في تقديم العلم الشرعي. أكاديمية
زاد أكاديمية ينبوعها صاف ليروي غلة الظمآن، ومكارم الأخلاق ندرسها معا، أدب وتربية على الإحسان. بشرى لنا زاد أكاديمية للعلم كالأزهار في البستان.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Continuing with the right of the ulama, the right of the people of knowledge upon us, and how important that right is, because the ummah of the Prophet ﷺ commanded to follow the truth, which is the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, with the understanding of the companions radiallahu anhum, who are the ones that would show us the Quran and the Sunnah and the proper way to conduct ourselves with matters of deen, are the people of knowledge. This religion is based on ilm, knowledge. That's why, can you imagine any nation or any ummah would be strong and upright if it's undermining the people of knowledge among them? There's no way. So the people of knowledge are someone that people need to respect and need to follow, and as we heard before, to refer matters to them and to have good expectations of them and to learn the deen. And this is not about, believing that they have holiness or anything of that nature, but this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stated in the Quran. The Prophet ﷺ, he clearly stated that they are the inheritors of the prophets. So that means to follow them and to have the good expectations of them, and one of which is to protect them. Especially, subhanAllah, this is a sad subject, because many people, they attack the ulama and they think that this is fine. This is nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So part of the rights of the ulama is that we protect their honor and dignity, and to defend them with matters of the truth, of course. And as Imam Ahmad rahimahullah, when at his time, when he said, إِذَا رَأَيْتَ الرَّجُلَ يَغْمِزُ Hammad ibn Salama, if you see the man, basically al-ghamz is when someone blink his eyes as a way of belittling someone that belittle or mock Hammad ibn Salama, one of the imma of the hadith, then fattahimu al-Islam, accuse him of his own religion of al-Islam. Why would someone do that? فَإِنَّهُ كَانَ شَدِيدًا عَلْى الْمُبْتَدِعَةِ, because he was tough upon the people of innovations of the deen. So when people start making fun of him or attack him, that means they have issues with the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they understood this. And that's why, many of the statements of the early generations of Islam were upon that. So to talk evil about the people of knowledge, this is something that we have to be extremely warned against, and to defend them and to protect them. And some people, they allow themselves to do these evil things. As Ibn Asakir, rahimahullah, he said this famous statement, لُحُومُ الْعُلَمَاءِ مَسْمُومَةً, which means the flesh of the ulama is poisonous. Meaning, when people start backbiting, and this is something that can lead the person astray as a result of this. And people have been seen leading themselves astray as a result of speaking ill about the people of knowledge, right? And that's why whoever takes that route, usually their affairs is not good, and it's very easy for them to slip away from the truth. And that's why this specifically, this right to protect them, this is a very important thing, and it's the adab and the manners that we need to observe. Otherwise, a person would be deprived from the knowledge that we're seeking. Many of the students of knowledge, once they start studying the deen of Allah, they get busy with attacking the people of knowledge. They lose the barakah of the ilm and the blessings of the ilm. That's why to observe this is to understand that al-ulama, they're not sinless. So if a alim makes a mistake, it does not permit for the people to attack his honor and dignity. This is part of life, that people would make mistakes, but that does not allow the people then to backbite them or to refute them or to say anything bad about them. And that doesn't mean to be upon the haqq and to show the haqq. And that's why to think that they're sinless or they're protected from all sins or mistakes or making mistakes, this is only to the prophets. The people of knowledge, they have mistakes. And every alim, he has a mistake, or one or two or more, right? But the people of knowledge, the people of Ahl Sunnah, and their mistakes are counted ones, and they're not to be completely destroyed because of a mistake here or there. And if the alim, his objective is to find the truth and to be upon the truth, and he's upon the level of ilm where he makes ijtihad, either he gets it right, and if he does get it right, he gets two rewards. As the Prophet ﷺ stated, إذا حكم الحاكم فاجتهد فأصاب فله أجران. If the person of authority, whether this is the alim or the person of authority, فاجتهد, he put the effort, and the ijtihad has its own criteria and way to do it. If he's correct, he gets two rewards. وإذا حكم فاجتهد فأخطأ. And if he has the authority and he makes the ijtihad and he made a mistake, فله أجر, he has one reward. So that's why, but with the sincerity and with the righteousness that the person wants the haqq, and not want to please the people or something of that nature. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving the excuse to the person of knowledge, if he makes a mistake, he still get a reward. So that means the believers, they ought to be even more when it comes to this, to respect them and to honor their level. The alim, and this is not to anyone that claims or people claim that he's a person of knowledge. If someone that is from Ahl Sunnah, from the people of the Sunnah, and his ilm is well known, and it's well known that he is upon the people of Ahl Sunnah and upon what is right, and his virtue is very clear, right? This is definitely is to follow him, but not to follow him when he makes a mistake. Don't follow the mistakes, but do not, again, destroy the honor and the dignity of the alim. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah has a beautiful statement, the meaning of which that whoever has the knowledge of the deen and he knows the reality of things, he would see that when someone is upon knowledge and he has good effect to the people and good effect when it comes to matters of deen, and he might have a mistake here or there, he is excused by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he's given a reward for his ijtihad, even if he makes a mistake, as we heard. So it is not permissible to follow him in his mistakes, and at the same time it's not permissible to ولا يجوز أن تهدر مكانته, that it's not permissible to destroy his level whatsoever, and his manzila and his level in the hearts of the Muslims. And once we get this clear, that would benefit us so much. So a alim, a person of knowledge, made a mistake, right? You don't follow him in the mistake, but at the same time you don't destroy him in the hearts of the people. You don't say anything bad about him to the people, but rather you show the people the truth, but the alim is to continue to be respected. And that's why those who attack the people of knowledge, this is the ways of the people of innovations in the deen, and the people of sinful, those who are sinful and openly commit sins. To warn against their ghiba, or mentioning them in an evil way, backbiting them. And backbiting of the ulama is far worse than backbiting of anyone else, even though backbiting or ghiba is a major sin. But why is that? Are they of a higher level than the rest of the people? It's not because of that. It's because the ghiba, the backbiting to the ulama, to the people of knowledge, it affects the deen itself, because you're telling people don't follow them, don't listen to them. So that means people would listen to who? Would listen to deviant ones if they don't listen to the people of knowledge. So that means the Islam, the deen of Islam, will be not in the hearts of the people, and therefore the person is ruining himself by making the deen of Islam defeated in the hearts of the people. And that's why to be warned against following their mistakes, spreading that, right? Following what the wrong that they did and spreading that to the people, so that they say, see, this alim is not good, and they forget all of the good things that he had taught the people and has been upon. So these rights are to be observed, and that's why it's harmful when people do not follow the rights of the ulama. One of which is the ilm becomes weak. There's no knowledge anymore if people would always attack the people of knowledge, because who are they going to seek knowledge from? And then if that's the case, what's going to happen? Ignorance will spread. Innovations in the deen will spread. The same thing when it comes to haram. Many sinful things will spread as a result of the ulama is not being respected. So those who showed their disrespect to the ulama, that affects the hearts of the people. So they won't ask them, they would not respect what they say to them. And therefore, The people of innovation, the people of deviation, they become in charge. They become the head of the people, and the people would follow them. And therefore people would just say things about the deen of Allah without the rights to do so. And they would innovate in the deen of Islam, innovate in matters of fatwa, giving fatwas and halal and haram without knowledge. And just the life of people become astray as a result of this. And that's why the sunnah becomes less and the bid'ah becomes strong. All of that is because of what? Because of attacking the ulama. Attacking the ulama, that the ulama are not there in the hearts of the people. People would have to find someone. So they would go then to the people of innovations in the deen, the deviant ones. So confusing the truth with falsehood. This is also an evil result to not applying the rights of the ulama in our life. The truth will be mixed with the falsehood, and therefore the masses of the Muslims will be lost. So what happens? They go then to the ways of the Western style of things, the philosophers, all kinds of things, but not the ilm that is to be respected, because now people are disrespecting it. It's a very serious matter. And this is something that is an advice to myself and everyone. When it comes to seeking knowledge, to protect oneself when a person is seeking knowledge from these traps of falling into attacking the people of knowledge and talking negative and bad about the people of knowledge, because this is something that can cause so much harm. As we heard, harm to the deen, harm to the ummah, because people would not have the respect anymore to the ulama. Therefore, اتخذ الناس رؤوسا جهالا, as the Prophet ﷺ, he said, they would take ignorant heads. Because people, they have to have heads. They would take ignorant heads and they would ask them and they would give them verdicts and fatwas without knowledge. So therefore, فَضَلُّوا وَأَضَلُّوا, they would lead themselves astray and they would lead others astray. So observing the rights of the people of knowledge as part of the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those who observe that. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
يا راغبا في كل علم نافع.
ينمو العلم ويتقدم بتقنياته ومجالاته، ومعه نطور أدواتنا في تقديم العلم الشرعي. أكاديمية زاد.
زاد أكاديمية ينبوعها صاف ليروي غلة الظمآن، ومكارم الأخلاق ندرسها معا، أدب وتربية على الإحسان. بشرى لنا زاد أكاديمية للعلم كالأزهار في البستان.